The View holds Sunny Hostin's surgeon husband facing years-long legal battle in fraud case. The sweeping insurance fraud lawsuit is deeply complex and could take years to play out. The husband of The View hosts Sunny Hostin, along with 200 co-defendants accused of insurance fraud in a sweeping $459 million New York lawsuit, would find himself tied up in a court for years to come, according to legal experts. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon, is among dozens of doctors and medical personnel named in the federal lawsuit, which was filed last month by American Transit Insurance CEO, a New York-based commercial auto insurance provider that insures Uber, Lyft, and taxi companies in the state. Hostin, in particular, is accused of receiving kickbacks by performing surgery and fraudulently billing American Transit, according to the lawsuit. It cites at least two of Hostin's patients who were allegedly treated in January 2023 following involvement in low-impact collisions that caused only minimal damage. Despite experiencing no more than soft tissue injuries, both received arthroscopic surgery, the lawsuit said. The lawsuit was filed under the Federal Registered Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, or RICO, in the Eastern District of New York, a strategy that legal experts told Fox News Digital is designed to have a chilling effect on behavior. It's also one that risks staggering defendants such as hosting years of complex court proceedings and potentially saddling them with massive payouts as a result. That's because RICO laws, passed in the 1970s as an attempt to crack down on mafia activity and other organized crime, allow plaintiffs to win treble damages awards that were triple the amount of actual or compensatory damages. In the American Transit case, that's somewhere in the ballpark of the 459 million or more, 3 times as high as their compensatory damages, which stand at $153 million. Intimidation factor, thrilling effect. Often these type of lawsuits are pursued with a certain strategy in mind, said Michael Years, an associate law professor at the John Marshall Law School who specializes in criminal laws and RICO cases. There is a lot more going on with the use of RICO statute than just recovering damages, Mears told Fox News Digital in an interview. It's changing behaviors, it's changing attitudes, it's changing the way business is done sometimes. RICO civil lawsuits are sometimes used as a means to force people or stop certain behaviors as an oppressive practice. In the case involving hosting, that includes allegedly habitual overbilling by doctors and ambulatory services on the overcharging of patients to an extraordinary degree. And the New York case, for example, you've got doctors who really don't want to be called criminals. Miller said, just the accusations alone in civil RICO statutes can be very intimidating and be a very powerful tool to stop objectionable practice. That's not to say there won't be a leniency of courtroom activity ahead for defendants named in the American Transit lawsuit, including Hostin. Legal experts told Fox News Digital that civil RICO cases in today's world are a long game, often carrying a timeline of years rather than months to play out in a court. Plaintiffs in civil RICO cases are often insurance companies who are accusing a group of people of fraud. Draft Grell, an attorney specializing in RICO litigation, told Fox News Digital in an interview. In the American Transit lawsuit, the insurance provider accuses Hostin and dozens of other medical practitioners of abusing New Yorkers' no-fault law to artificially inflate or bill for unnecessary medical treatments and profit from the kickbacks. No-fault laws require companies like American Transit to cover health care expenses, reasonably incurred as a result of injuries suffered by insured occupants. By the low burden of proof under no-fault laws also mean that they are essentially vulnerable to exploitation by medical practitioners. American Transit alleges that Hostin and other defendants abused New Yorkers' no-fault laws to bill hundreds of millions of dollars in fraudulent payments between 2009 and December 2024. Complex cases, lengthy timelines. Hostin lawyers previously denied all allegations against him and described the filing as a blanket, scattershot, meritless lawsuit by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier, according to the Daily Mail. They did not respond to a Fox News request for comment on the allegations or any timeline anticipated in the RICO proceedings.